Hi folks, first lesson in watercolour painting, or painting in general, is don't let your tea get cold. I usually do. I'm going to try and do this one with these brushes here, the squirrel mop for basic washes, number whatever, Kolinsky sable, and a number 12 Kolinsky sable. These were very cheap. I bought them several years ago, or 3 years ago, at the Oxford Art in Action Fate Day. Wonderful. Sadly, it's no more. Very sad. The last time I went to talk to David Curtis, very well known British painter, wonderful painter, impressionist. He was standing inside a very large marquee and painting what he could see from the outside. Oh, great, but we kept disturbing him, of course. Everybody wanted to talk to him. But at the end of the day, they were selling off all the merchandise quite cheap, and I was lucky to get a couple of brushes. Unfortunately, I don't use them very often. I'm a hake painter, really, and I prefer painting in oil. So I'll get a couple of these under my belt today to join the two I did on Monday. I meant to paint yesterday, but after the bike ride, but my wife had a number of friends in, and we got involved in lovely conversation for another couple of hours, so that was the end of the painting for the day. Right, okay, so this is a bit of Saunders Waterford Rough, £90 weight, very lightweight, but very good in quality. Just a very simple bit of background, trees on a hill, going down to a bit of a stream, some trees on here. So let's get the thing wetted first. So this squirrel mop, just to wet. I'll leave a few bits of sparkle on it. It's a very porous paper. Go all over. Okay, now that'll soak in and it'll buckle the paper evenly. So all you do is just reclip it. Now, I better get the watercolour paints out. I've got cadmium yellow on here as well as a cadmium pale, yellow pale light. Oops. So you know the colours, but if you don't, raw sienna, alizarin, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, burnt sienna, cadmium yellow pale, and cadmium yellow deep. Oh, cadmium yellow, not deep. Right, okay, so let's get some colour in there. So let's put a bit of sienna. So what you do in the sky, do have your water, but we're going to just paint all over it anyway. Okay, now some blue, some ultramarine, get a good mix of that. Put some of that in here. Now I have been asked why doesn't the yellow mix with the blue and make green. Well, it does if you work at it, if you work over it too much. Okay, we'll let that dry off. I'll just reclip it. Now I'll put my brushes to one side. I need a place to put my palette. Right. So you don't need to pre-stretch your paper, and if you lock it in with 4 bits of masking tape around the edge, it will buckle all over the place. It will eventually shrink, but we want to carry on with the painting. Now that's gone completely flat. No pre-stretching, no confining with masking tape, just 4 tough clips to hold it. And as it grows again, we just carry on reclipping it. Probably have to do it once or twice, 2 or 3 times. Okay, I'm going to dry that now. So take your headphones off. If I was doing this for myself, I would have the time to let it dry naturally. Right, here we go. Headphones off. Now, I mixed the blue and with light red to make that cloud colour. You can use Payne's grey. You can use burnt umber and ultramarine, alizarin crimson and Payne's grey. They all make fine cloud colours. That's a bit. We'll see about that. Okay, now we're going to put some trees in. I'm going to use the large mop for trees. So a bit of Payne's grey, and a bit of that cad yellow. Quite strong. It is an artist quality. Let's carefully paint around the roof. You see that the background tree highlights the shape of that building. Well, let's bring those down a bit. I'll polish the hill behind. We've got to be careful. Okay. Right, okay, then we can put a bit of darker colour in there, just in the shadow areas. Go over that. I'll put a bit of background in. Oh, maybe not. Trees. A bit of the blue. So a bit of distance. Sorry, I'm mucking about my radio here. Right, just that blue just gives a little bit of distance. Right, now we'll go back with some larger trees coming down. Quite a good green that is, isn't it? See, just a bit of burnt sienna in there. Okay, let's get a bit of a bit of sienna. Bit of dark on the edge of the okay, got a bit right there. Wasn't where the tip of the brush was, so let's just take some of that out. Right, let's get nice green. Try a bit of blue with that yellow. Alright, bit of shadow there. Well, let's get a bit of darker. Okay, now what we're going to do is put a bit of a detail and I'll give that a dry because I want to put in some texture and I must drink my tea, so I'll just dry that off. You could tell I'm not used to using sables, can't you? So I'm about as no better than you. Right, let's get some darker green in there now. Bit of burnt sienna in there. You need to control the amount of water on your brush. you don't try and do a masterpiece to begin with, just get your washes on and then you can dry it and then go into the meat of the thing. Right, now I've got to change my radio station. Bear with me. I've got my headphones on, because I like to listen to the radio while I'm chatting to you. I listen to a lot of radio, in the mornings anyway. Right, there we go. Mike Graham on Talk Radio. Right, let's get a bit of detail in on the other side now. Bring those down in there. Try and get some decent shapes for your trees or your brush, your sort of shrubby stuff at the base of these trees. I'm going a little bit hard. So just using the sides of the brush. Okay, I can put in some trunks in a minute. What I'll do now, I'll do the house. So I want a bit of red roof, burnt sienna. I always reckon that burnt sienna is a red, a dark red. Right, now the back we'll put a sort of a darkish burnt umber. I'll put the shadows in when that dries. And we'll have a light colour on the front. Leave margins where you come up against wet paint, otherwise it doesn't matter if it runs in a little bit. Right, okay, we can put a little bit of stuff on there when that dries. Okay, alright, now I'm going to wet right, now we've got that dark green showing. Right, now that house, we'll do it, but not a lot of that would show. So the bit of the roof will. Okay, let's get that bit darker in here. And a little bit of a dry brush. Might put a bit of a rock in there. You can put stuff in front of where the reflection is. I think you need to study reflections to see how much of that actually would show. Just a bit on that bank. I might do another one after this, but I might go back into oils. Alright, let's get a bit of bushy stuff in there. It's very, very strong, this artist quality grey, yellow. Right, I've got a wrong colour there really, but let's go over with a stronger yellow. Right, let's do some trunks now. A bit of Payne's grey and a bit of burnt sienna. Might be better using a rigger on that. Let's find my rigger. I've used this one for oil. And I haven't done my teeth. Oh no, so I've got another one. That's the better one. I might put a little bit more of that canopy on to cover that bit of a disaster there. Half a painting is putting right what you've done wrong. Yay. I can see a bird down there. Oh, it's veggie paper. Buying these big rolls of paper with the serrations, they don't work, do they? Right, let's just get a little bit of stuff in here. I might put some shadow. See, that's all the undergrowth. Right, what do I think of it? I'll just do it. Bit of a bungalow. Alright, okay, not a very great house, but it's just a bit of interest. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, let's a bit more strength in Here, a bit of burnt sienna, Payne's grey. Always have a bit of cloth to take off some of the moisture out of the brush. Oops. Just a bit of shadow. Okay, well that'll, I was going to put a bird in, wasn't I? Right, bit of tape. Tape. Right, well, this is a tutorial using round sables, and the mop and round sables. That's a bit messy there. But as I say, I haven't used these brushes for months. Well, there we are. So there's quite a bit of strength in it. Let's just take you up a bit. Yeah, it don't look too bad, does it? Okay, I could put a... If I try to put a rock in that now, I'll just ruin it. It's a bit messy here and there. Well, it's the problem now is fiddling about, isn't it? Nice. Well, I'm going to let that go before I make it worse. Hope you like that one, folks. For beginners, how do you think a beginner had done this one? But enjoy your painting anyway. See you soon. Bye bye.